The Pittsburgh Penguins start Sidney Crosby, along with Pascal Dupuis and Chris Kunitz. And it'll be Brooks Orpik and Paul Martin on defense. For the Senators, they're going to start Guillaume Latendresse with Kyle Turris and Jakob Silverberg on the right wing. On defense, Mark Mathot and Erik Karlsson. And the Penguins quickly go to the offensive zone. Erik Karlsson's got the puck and he moves it on the left wing to the right side for Silverberg, a rookie who played this year for Binghamton in their farm system. The puck to the goal and Marc-Andre Fleury freezes it.
Well, our Kia starting goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury is 2-4 in 8 starts in Ottawa. Not that impressive numbers. If you look to the save percentage, under 900. And Marc-Andre Fleury looking to get the Penguins back on track after 2 losses. Lost to 2 Canadian clubs. And the Ottawa Senators are going to make a quick change right away. Get the Turris line off the ice.
And Zach Smith comes out to take the draw. And Matt Niskanen takes control and moves it on the right wing. Niskanen with it now to Chris Letang. And Letang sends it up into the Senators zone. Brandon Sutter moves it below the goal line for Tanner Glass. Playing out here with Matt Cook. And Sutter. And now Chris Neal will dump the puck into the Penguin zone. Back to get it is Matt Niskanen. He touches up. And it's an icing call.
Our Hyundai starting goaltender here for the Ottawa Senators is Craig Anderson. He's been stealing games for the Senators by all accounts. .67, that minuscule goals against average, and a .976 save percentage for the 31-year-old Craig Anderson.
Evgeny Malkin will take the draw. Neal with it. And that is Chris Neal, not James Neal. He's able to drag the puck to center ice. James Neal gets it and moves it along to Malkin. Malkin down the wing. Neal fires it wide. Martin to the puck. Paul Martin with traffic in front shoots it wide. And now it's Brooks Orpik with a slapper, and that one on edge. And boy, it came right to Gino, and he couldn't pull the trigger. He had a good chance there for a second. And Neal rather was right in front of the net.
Boy, that puck had spin off the back wall, Staggy, and Malkin, look out, had a wide open net.
McCulloch crashing into the near wall along with Brooks Orpik. Spezza with a slap shot and a big rebound off the equipment of Fleury all the way back to center. Gonchar moves it to the right wing and Spezza. Jason Spezza looks at the net, doesn't shoot it right away, now fires it to the goal, and Marc-Andre Fleury will freeze it there.
Well, one of the things that the Penguins weren't doing was coming from behind on the play. And Evgeny Malkin and all the Penguin forwards, they want to come a little bit deeper if they can. Look at Malkin in behind the defense to start the breakout for Pittsburgh. Everybody was leaving the zone in the last 2 hockey games, and there was turnovers made trying to get pucks from deep in your own zone to way out in the offensive zone. That time, Malkin comes back low, provides that outlet for his defenseman, and that's exactly what the Penguins need.
Dan Bilesman talked about it in a little scrum press conference, an impromptu kind of press conference around 3 o'clock this afternoon about that very issue. He wants everybody to be together and bringing that puck out of the defensive zone. The Penguins have a tendency to hurry at times out of their own end, and they've got to make sure they take care of their house first before they get thinking about offense. Now it's Regan with it. He tried to work it to the net. It goes back to Phillips with a drive, and that one off the end boards will come right to the Senators. And a slapper by Benoit's off a leg and picked up now by Ben Lovejoy, who's able to angle one out to center ice.
Talk about angles. Andre Benoit tried to angle one off the back wall, came right by the glove hand of Marc-Andre Fleury, and that posed some problems for the netminder.
Silverberg with it now down the wing. Letang over, backhanded it up the near wall. It's taken there by Sidney Crosby, and back he comes with a bend. Crosby with Kunitz and Dupuis, bounces it in. Kunitz on the puck for Dupuis. No icing on the play as Kunitz can't maintain possession. Silverberg's pass for Turris went behind him, and now Turris looks for Silverberg going to the net. Good coverage by Niskanen. And Dupuis coming back as a forward to cover the man in front of the net, Silverberg, and now the whistle blows and a face-off coming up to the right of Marc-Andre Fleury.
Let's look at the Rivers Casino tips to win in the hockey game. Puck management. Penguins want to put pucks in good spots in the offensive zone. They want to be physical on Erik Karlsson, who already has 3 goals this season and 78 points, and they want to play a 60 or 65-minute hockey game, not be outworked by the opposition.
Off the draw, Gonchar with a blast and a pad stop made by Fleury. Fleury has been pulled in 2 of the last 8 starts here against the Senators. And this is a place where he's really had tough time, and the Penguins had to make a decision about which goaltender they wanted to start today against the Senators. We get a hand pass, and they decided to go with Fleury over Vaucoun because Vaucoun's record here is, or against the Senators, is 5-12 with a 3.33 goals against average. But it hasn't been a great place for Fleury either. So it was kind of the lesser of 2 evils in terms of what, looking at the numbers, but it's never a bad choice, obviously. Yeah, 2 outstanding goalies, and Fleury is ready to play for sure.
5 shots already for the Sens against the Penguins 0. And I'll tell you, the goaltenders always complain in this building, Staggy, if you can recall, about the dark seats. Talked to Brent Johnson, the old netminder. They always thought it was hard to pick up the puck in the dark seats back there, and especially if there's not people in the stands. So it's very hard, and Fleury has had a tough time in this building, as you mentioned.
But off to a good start in this one.
Sometimes goalie likes to see rubber early. And I think Marc-Andre Fleury is one of those goaltenders that has admitted in the past that he likes to see some soft shots early.
Tyler Kennedy works it inside the Senators zone. Gonchar, the age of 38. Goes D-to-D with his partner, but I'll tell you, the Senators have some vast experience in some areas. They've got some guys right in their prime, and they've got some really good young hockey players. It's an interesting combination that they have of personnel. Here's Tyler Kennedy, who's made a living against the Senators in his career. A shot down low and the save made.
10 goals in 17 games for Kennedy.
Gonchar with it again around. Mark Borowiecki is out here on defense for the Senators. They lost Philip Kuba to free agency. Matt Kartner as well. And Jared Cowan, a really good young defenseman, got injured in Binghamton, and he's out for the year. So that's a lot of beef back there on the blue line that they've lost, and they've had to make up for it. It's not going to be easy. A centering pass off the stick of Zach Smith. He did a good job to play defense in his own zone. The puck back up into the Penguin ice. Matt Niskanen spins away from Neal, following on Eric Condra. Trying to close in, lost control of the puck. And Letang and Niskanen team up to try to get it out. Held in by Mark Mathot, the former Blue Jacket, works it to the corner. Niskanen, Sidney Crosby cleans it up in front of his own net, and back he comes. The Penguins with another good flush from their own zone, and now an offside call as they enter the Senators zone.
Yeah. Sidney Crosby cleaning up in his own zone, as you described it, getting down low again. He came down, he mirrored the lower circle of the faceoff dot in front of Marc-Andre Fleury, and he had great speed. Sometimes when you start rushes from the neutral zone, you can't get that speed. Look at this. Support. There, a little 3-foot pass, and Crosby's got all that ice to gain speed and make a good play. Look at the 3-on-3. They're all coming up in unison. That is exactly what the Penguins have talked about doing. And the ice crew. Wow. Whose shot was that? We had a broken pane of glass.
What do you call
here.
that, Bobby? When a centerman comes down, they go low and slow, and they come down and try
low and slow, and they're mirroring the puck, and they wanted to be there for puck support for their defensemen. That's exact. You need your centerman to support all over the ice, down low for the D. When the puck comes around the wall, he'll be up the boards to support. The Penguins worked on that in a practice yesterday.
Well, one of the more interesting and funny stories in the NHL so far this year is something that happened here in Ottawa the other night. A guy named Mike Watson sitting right behind Paul McLean, looking exactly like him. And Paul McLean wouldn't turn around and look. It almost looks like if he did turn around, he'd be looking in the mirror. Somebody joked that this guy looks more like Paul McLean than Paul McLean.
That's got to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. That is. I can't believe he didn't look around. Everybody on the bench was telling him to look around. The linesmen were saying, hey, look behind you. He just wouldn't do it.
That's actually not Paul McLean right there even.
Is that Watson? Oh, that is good stuff. That's a great mustache right there.
I'm just wondering when the Senators are going to have a promotion where they pass out those mustaches to everybody. They might as well now that the...
There's Dan with his playoff beard already. I think they have those in the Penguins media books or whatnot, they have like an actual page where they have the Pens playoff period. Like on one page, you can cut it out, Staggy. Just like you talk about it. It's unbelievable. There's some facial hair. Yeah, the guys are getting growly on the road here up in Canada. Forgot the razors. Looking for some wins, and you talk about growly.
There's a hockey face.
Wow, that's got a little bit of yellow, a lot of color coming out there on the face of Derek England after the spat with Colton Orr. Well, there's nothing the matter with getting a little nasty or in the early season.
Well, the ice crew has done their thing. They fixed that pane of glass.
And with that, Tanner Glass is on the ice with the Sutter unit.
The Senators are 3-1, 1-0 on home ice. This is their second home game. They beat the Florida Panthers 4-0. Then went down to Florida, beat them, and then lost to Tampa Bay in their last game on that road trip, 6-4, after blowing two two-goal leads in the second period. And of course, the Penguins had a 2-goal lead against Winnipeg the other night and lost. Both of these teams looking for redemption here today, and the Penguins right now have one shot on Craig Anderson, 5 for the Senators. And no score yet in the hockey game. Brandon Sutter chips it up to center ice. Tanner Glass looked for it. High stick on the puck. Take a look at our HEH scratches.
Well, we weren't sure with Tanner Glass missing practice yesterday if he would be in the lineup or not. He is. Dustin Jeffrey out up front, and Robert Bertuzzo still has failed to see action for the Penguins. Simone Dupre. All healthy scratches for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And you mentioned in the opening, Daniel Alfredsson sick here today, not in uniform for the Ottawa Senators.
Penguins direct the puck in. A penalty coming up here. A hooking call. And the fans don't like it.
No, neither does, I believe, Jason Spezza, the guilty man, is going to go off, the alternate captain for the Ottawa Senators. Now 29 years of age, Jason Spezza. Let's take a look as he's trying to mirror Malkin. He's got his stick on the waist, obstructing the path of Gino. And you know what? You don't get that call if you don't move your feet. Give 71 Malkin a lot of credit. You got to move your way through that. If you just stand there when you're on, like you're on the train tracks, not moving your feet, you don't get the call.
The Penguins scored 5 power play goals in their first 3 games. They had only one chance in the game of Winnipeg. Did not score on it. They'd love to get one right here to take the lead in this game. And the Senators have allowed 3 power play goals on 18 chances against them. Chris Letang starts from his own zone over for Sidney Crosby. Letang will lug the puck. Remember Sergei Gonchar used to do this job last year with Steve Sullivan? It's a very important job, bringing the puck in, getting it set up. Penguins failed to do it on that rush. Letang carrying it. Now he's got to get back. He fell down. He's back on side now. Neal under pressure from Eric Condra finds Letang, and they'll start over now from their own zone. James Neal for Sidney Crosby. Back for Malkin. Letang keeps it moving. Gino lost control of it, and it's going to be cleared by the Senators. Dogovich able to get it down the ice, and the Sens will change penalty killers. Penguins also change power play specialists as Neal and Letang go to the bench. Paul Martin comes on. Chris Kunitz, second unit out here, also with Crosby and Malkin.
They call icing there, and I thought Kunitz touched the puck first. Kunitz arguing the call, but he picks up the puck, and the faceoff's going to come all the way down. Here's the race for it. You be the judge.
I need my high-def TV for that one.
Sidney Crosby to take the draw against Kyle Turris. And he wins it, but then an errant pass. Gonchar's got to chase all the way back into his own zone to get it. 47 seconds to go in the penalty. Jason Spezza in the box. Tyler Kennedy. Open man is Paul Martin. Tees it up. Slap pass doesn't connect. Kennedy out for Niskanen. Anderson looking around that screen in front. Sutter's in front of the goal. And the Penguins can't maintain possession, but a good play by Niskanen to hold it in. Martin's shot blocked. cleared.
The second block in the hockey game, that one by the Sens D. And against the Jets blocked 17 Penguin shots.
Kennedy to the net. And the save made by Anderson. That puck squeaked through. Now Tyler able to work it back to Paul Martin. Back for Kennedy on the right wing. A shot and a save with a rebound. Oh, rolled off the stick of Dupuis. Look at all the bodies down in front of the net. And the Senators are able to freeze that puck and dodge a bullet. They don't score, or Penguins don't score on the power play. We'll return to Ottawa in a moment. No score yet here, almost halfway through the first period.
Evgeny Malkin and Sergei Gonchar together again. Sort of. On opposing teams tonight, but together in the KHL, where they combined for 94 points this season. Now, in 239 games with the Penguins, Gonchar assisted on 39 of Malkin's goals, while Gino set up 17 for Gonchar. There were also 27 goals scored, in which each registered an assist with the Penguins. So very productive while with the Penguins, and obviously very productive in the KHL, but now back on opposite sides. Still strange, guys, because I always remember them being so fluid with one another while they were with the Penguins.
Thanks, Danny. No friends, though, Gino says. No friends on ice.
I was really impressed with some of the comments made by the Penguin players in an article Rob Rossi wrote today about how much respect that the players in the locker room have for Sergei Gonchar, the calming effect that he had, and the way that he was able to take guys under his wing. And he absolutely was a very treasured member of the Penguins team when they won the Stanley Cup in 2009. Sergei Gonchar and his wife Ksenia is one of the nicest, loveliest people you'll ever meet. Just a great family, and it was just really fortunate for the Penguins to have a person like that to bring Evgeny Malkin into their home and have him kind of get used to the culture here in the West. And there was talk about Gonchar maybe coming back to the Penguins at the end of this year. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent.
Is Malkin his pool boy?
Here's Malkin with it now, down the wing, knocked down on the play. Back come the Senators. McCulloch with it. Good work by Brooks Orpik to block his shot. Colin Greening and to knock Malkin down. Now McCulloch with it. The Spezza's shot was off a stick and wide of the goal. James Neal takes it down for the Penguins and banks it away to center ice.
Sens have a game plan. It's pretty obvious. Get a man in front of Marc-Andre Fleury whenever they get the puck in the offensive zone. And offside here on McCulloch.
The Penguins head home after tonight's game, and they'll host the New York Islanders on Tuesday. Don't miss any of the action live from Consol Energy Center Tuesday starting at 7 on Root Sports in the Isles. Penguins still looking for their first home win after dropping their home opener to Toronto. They'll be looking forward to returning home and playing in front of the home fans. Kyle Turris, talented guy, cutting in along with left on dress, and the Penguins don't let him get the puck through. Good work by Letang to clear it away. And here comes Sidney Crosby back. A lead pass off the stick of Kunitz. And Kunitz hunts the puck. Crosby goes to the front of the net. Letang can't settle it down. Now he'll just try to get it to the corner, and it came right back to him in neutral ice, and he flips it in. Penguins have to tag up as the Senators try the long stretch pass, directed in by Jakob Silfverberg. He won the scoring title in the Swedish Elite League, playing against men. There's a centering pass by Condra off the stick of Fleury, back to Phillips, a shot. Cook out of the way of that, and it keeps bouncing right into the paint. Fleury's in the net. Where's the puck? It comes squirting out of the side of the goal. Fleury fell backwards into the net. Fortunately, the puck didn't go in. Here's Phillips with his firing, and he missed the net. And Cook able to bank it away, and Tanner Glass just pushes it back to the Senator line. Quick transition for Ottawa, but Condra had it roll off his stick. Cook went down. Penguins trying to get it out here. Good work, though, by Sutter to move it back to Letang, and he just made the easy play there. Got the glass, hit the puck down the ice. Not going to be icing as Gonchar goes back for it. 9:44 to go in the first. 6 shots for the Sens, 3 for the Penguins. No score yet in this game. Paul Martin around for Lovejoy.
Almost, so that puck, I don't know how it stayed out of the net beside you're behind Fleury.
Joe Vitale dumps it in. Bumped on the play by Borowiecki, and now it's Gonchar taking control. Spins away from Joe Vitale and wraps it up the left wing boards with Peter Regan. Product of Denmark goes to the right wing. Gogovic, who's Latvian and played over there in the lockout. In fact, a lot of guys did on this team. 13 players actually played during the work stoppage for the Ottawa Senators, various different places, some of them in the American League and many of them over in Europe.
Well, the Penguins have got some good bumps in here with the fourth line. Craig Adams, a couple of good body checks in the offensive zone. That's what you want from your third and fourth liners, to create energy for the top two.
Brooks Orpik. Malkin. Went off the body of Carlson and stayed at center ice. McCulloch hounded by James Neal. Good back pressure there. Now Brooks Orpik back to the puck. Malkin comes back to work his own zone, and here he comes. The Penguins just so obviously are doing their thing down low in the defensive zone. And you can really feel their attention to detail on their own end. And I know that that's something they talked a lot about in the last couple of days. You heard of Evgeny Malkin tell Dan Potash they watched video this morning. Crosby, Kennedy, fans on the shot, gets it back, closes in, tried to center, and Anderson got a stick down.
What a play.
To prevent the pass coming through to Pascal Dupuis.
Great speed by Crosby, backed up the pair of Senator defense, and then Kennedy did he have a lane there to walk in. He just ran out of options. He tried to go back across to Crosby, and Anderson put out that paddle.
Phillips, Headmans on left wing. Kyle Turris in after it. But Andresta to center. Off the stick and up off the glass. Kunitz quickly moves it along for Crosby. He's got Dupuis on the right wing. Here he is. Fires, and the save made by Anderson. Anderson, very sharp, just staying on his angle to stop Pascal Dupuis.
Yeah, really, he was squaring out there on that shot. And Crosby speed kills, backs up the D. Kennedy just can't get a handle on it.
The Penguins arrived in Ottawa Saturday afternoon and, of course, went right to work at practice. That's not unusual. What's unusual was the 2,000 fans that showed up to watch practice at Bell Sensplex. Sidney Crosby and others were cheered when they took the ice. That's not unusual to have that kind of turnout for practice, but we are talking about practice. Not a game. Not a game, guys. Practice.
Practice? Who needs practice? Well, everybody needs practice, and Dan Boswell before this game said that's the one big difference. As Anderson stands up to make this save, is just that ability. They haven't had that ability to go out there and kind of practice and go over just the little intricate details of defense. And he was trying to work on board play yesterday, some one-on-one rushes from the neutral zone. Good quick.
Well, I actually think that maybe these last two games against Toronto and Winnipeg were blessings in disguise, because it kind of reminded the Penguins, it brought back some of the demons from the end of last year and kind of made them actually kind of take, a real serious look at themselves and how they play, and kind of make sure that they weren't into any bad habits or doing anything that might, carry over for a longer period of time. And I think, really, it might turn out that those games will be really significant in terms of them getting to playing the game that they really need to play to be able to not only, win a lot of games in this regular season, a shortened regular season, but also be able to win games in the playoffs. Here's a shot by Carlson. Stick breaks in two. And Letang leading the charge, able to push the puck towards the goal. Anderson sweeps it aside for Zach Smith. Senators are trying those stretch passes, and the Pens pick it off. Malkin, Letang Grady going to the net, goes cross-ice, score! James Neal down to one knee, guns the puck in, and the Penguins are on the board first. Tangradi with that center drive, and Neal ripped it in.
Well, it was that stretch pass, and Malkin, who's been brilliant defensively in this hockey game right from the get-go, intercepts that stretch pass by Zach Smith, and Tangradi goes right to the net, opens up that lane. Malkin follows right through there, and Neal just takes his time, just gliding in. What a beautiful pass, and in one motion down to one knee. That puck is ripped short side by James Neal. What a play, what a turnover. Malkin setting up Neal. But that, you have to have the center drive, all those things, and it started with good defense, didn't it? Defense leading to offense.
Spezza fires. Oh, he ripped that one up over the goal. Colin Greening over to get it. Greening played in Denmark during the work stoppage. Now here's Evgeny Malkin steaming ahead. He's got Neal and Tangradi with him. So Tangradi back on that line with the center drive, doing his job, and then Malkin finding Neal. Now Betts' shot off the stick of Orpik up into the netting behind the Penguins' goal. The real deal has made it 1-0. Our Barrel Subaru leaders.
Yeah, there you see. Penguin all-time assist leaders, Crosby in the 4-hole, and now Gino alongside Rick Keogh. 7th all-time Penguin assists. Some great names there, Staggy.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Yep. All the guys you always see at the top of this record book in the Penguins media guide. Mark Mathot dumps it in. Mathot, a native of Ottawa, 6'3", 231-pounder. A shot from the near wall, and Fleury steers it away. Back to the front of the net. Fleury stops that. Oh, Turris just banned a rebound opportunity. And Mathot in deep again. Kyle Turris working the corner. And now a whistle here and a slashing penalty. Sidney Crosby's stick is broken in half, so that would be why.
That would be why. And the Ottawa Senators just got their second. Silverberg goes to the box. They're only their second shot in the last 10 minutes. The Senators, after they came out 5-0 in the shot department, the Penguins have settled it down, played strong D, and have got the 1-0 lead. And there's the stick. Saw it in half.
And there's a look at Jacob Silverberg, second-round pick of the Senators. The MVP in the Swedish Elite League, and his team won a championship. A good addition to the Senators this year. They like their Swedish hockey players. Here's Letang with a shot blocked. UPMC Sports Medicine power play for the Penguins.
Well, the Penguins score first again for the 5th straight game this season. All 5, they got the first goal on the board.
Letang looks at the net, holds it, shoots it, a save, and a rebound. Bounced right past Kunitz on the doorstep and cleared by the Senators. And it'll be Evgeny Malkin going back for it. Moves it quickly to Kunitz, who tried to shuffle it along to Neal. But the Senators end up with it. Good work on the near side. The Penguins taking the body here on Regan. Neal and Kunitz. Senators still causing problems for the Penguins here as they try to get untracked in their own zone on this power play. Dogovich and Regan up front on the penalty kill for the Senators as James Neal swings around Dogovich. A thought bumps Kunitz, who turns away from that check, and Neal to Crosby. Letang's got to hurry to get over and get the puck on the near wall and is offside. The right shot playing the left side. He couldn't maintain possession of Dogovich at the end of his penalty killing shift. Able to dump it down the ice, and now Malkin hurries it up into the Senators zone, but offside called on the Penguins as they try to enter, and then Letang kind of knocked down by Mathot as he entered the zone. Coming up in the first intermission, which is presented by your neighborhood Ford store with Rob King and Jay Caulfield. Dan Potash will speak with the Penguins player. Jay will tell us straight. We'll have highlights and analysis.
Mark Mathot with the big hit on Letang. He's the man that's now paired up with Erik Karlsson, 6'3", 220-pound Mark Mathot from the Ottawa area where he played some junior hockey. And boy, has he done a great job kind of solidifying. He's a big body. You can see him out there. He's a big presence right now. That allows Karlsson to go on the offense. Mathot can play defense. They're both +6 on the early part of the season. And boy, with the injury to Cowan, him coming in there, that's huge. And there's his Erik Karlsson.
Penguins looking to make it 2-0 here. They're on the power play for another 40 seconds. 4:04 to go in the first. Dupuis to the point, and Paul Martin. Martin fires the puck at Anderson. Make sure there's no rebound, and another face-off coming up.
Anderson, 970 plus save percentage coming in. Look at the size of him in the net. Looks like a bunch of pillows stuck underneath that jersey, and he's always square to the shot. And he's been the #1 guy here. He's got all 3 victories for the Senators. The Senators losing the other night. Bishop was in.
Niskanen guns it to the goal. It was on edge, and another face-off as Anderson is just not allowing an opportunity, a second opportunity around that net. The Senators doing a good job of preventing the Penguins from getting to those loose pucks. Anderson played 71, 51, and 63 games the last 3 years. This is a guy who, for the first few years of his career, couldn't earn the status as a #1 goaltender, but he certainly has after a great year in Colorado, playing 71 games for the Avs. He's come over here to Ottawa, and Brian Murray acquiring him. Brian Elliott was traded by the Senators, and of course we know that he's enjoyed a resurgence, or actually his best success in St. Louis. Now it's Niskanen with it. Matt Niskanen right in front. Sutter rather tried to move it to the goal. Sutter tried to turn and get it to the forehand with his back, and then went off the post on the far side. A nifty play by Brandon Sutter. Now Malkin shoots it. Anderson to save. Sutter trying to knock it out of midair. Just got a piece of it. Penguins just changed their defense at the end of that power play, and now Silverberg came ahead with Zach Smith, and Malkin throws a shoulder into him. Silverberg out of the box, shoots it. Oh, he just missed the goal. Penalty coming up. Malkin touches up, and now the Senators will have a chance with a man advantage.
Yeah, this isn't a good play by Evgeny Malkin here. Instead of playing the puck, he plays the man. There's a free puck in the corner, and Gino's there, but instead of going to the puck, he reefs his man right into the wall. And over the last few games, we've seen this call made. And here's Malkin. Didn't play the puck. Boom. Smith. He hits Smith. And here's the Penguins the other way. Sutter tries to turn to the forehand. It goes off the skate of Phillips, off the goalpost. And then Anderson gets across to deny Sidney Crosby. Game of inches. And Anderson on top of his game for a big man, able to sprawl across.
Well, Malkin's in the box. Penguins penalty killing. Been good this year, obviously, and they've been pretty tough. They have allowed a power play goal, though, in each of the last 3 games.
Well, they have a great stable of goaltending here, don't they? Robin Leonard won the American Hockey League Championship a couple of years ago. They're holding him back. I mean, Craig Anderson, we talked about Elliott moving on. All of a sudden, looked like a weak point a couple of years ago. Is now a strong point for the Ottawa Senators. Their goaltending. There's Bishop. Got the loss the other night.
Massive. But I don't think he's going to be that next guy for them. I think it will be Leonard. He's had a good year in the American League. Jason Spezza will take the draw against Craig Adams. Penguins have Adams and Cook on the ice along with Orpik and Letang. Jason Spezza works the corner. No Daniel Alfredson today for the Senators. He's out. He's ill. That's, I think, a break for the Pens. Gonchar fires, and Fleury out. Took the angle away from Sergei Gonchar, and no rebound.
Oh boy, did Fleury scramble out on Gonchar. But look at the face-off here. You want to get leverage? Watch Spezza. He tries to get down on one knee. He mistimes it. He's still down on one knee, trying to win it on his forehand. Trying to get that leverage, get down low when you're a big body like Jason Spezza. Remember, you can't use your hand on the face-off anymore to shuffle it back, but well, you can get down on one knee.
Penguins win the draw. Big face-off win for Sidney Crosby, killing the penalty for the Penguins along with Pascal Dupuis. So Sid comes out to take the face-off in the defensive zone, and he used to do that and then just go right off. Now he stays out there as a penalty killer.
Yeah, that's amazing. And this isn't the end of a penalty kill here. This is right in the middle of it.
Pascal Dupuis bumped after shooting the puck down the ice. Good work by Dupuis, taking that hit to make sure he got the puck all the way down. Minute to go on the penalty to Evgeny Malkin. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the period. Martin knocked it down. Dupuis ahead now for Tanner Glass. Shovels it in behind the defense. Gets in after it.
Wasn't sure if Glass was going to play here. He took a skate this morning along with a handful of other Penguins. He went in hard into the wall in Winnipeg and didn't practice yesterday.
Andre Benoit dumps it to the corner. Letang had it taken away for a moment by Spezza. Now Neal follows on to get the puck. 26 seconds to go on the penalty. Gonchar. Carlson's shot. Backhand try by McCulloch is blocked. Neal sends it around for Spezza. McCulloch in the slot. Erik Karlsson for Sergei Gonchar. Gonchar coming towards the net. Shoots it. Fleury the save and the rebound. Held by Martin, and then he uses the wall to make sure he gets it the distance. And we're down to 4 seconds on the penalty to Malkin, so successful penalty killing effort by the Pens.
Gonchar can still glide on his skates, can he, at 38 years of age?
Nice work by Niskanen to cut off McCulloch. Now McCulloch reaches around him and gets the puck. Did he trip up Niskanen there? Because he made a great play to take the puck away from him.
Have you ever seen the size of McCulloch? Bennett McCulloch's brother, Milan McCulloch. He is a mountain of a man. And Malkin just got knocked down in the neutral zone. This is going to be a penalty on the Ottawa Sens.
So the Penguins will still have a little bit of time to work with here as Gonchar.
Well, let's face it. I mean, Gonchar's out there for 2 minutes of a power play. So guess what happens? He gets caught flat-footed, tries to impede the path of Evgeny Malkin, and Malkin, well, he went down, didn't he? He had to go down to help draw the penalty, as Gonchar was caught in an extended shift. No friends.
We'll be talking about that after the game.
No friends.
Especially if the Penguins score on this power play.
Whoa. What a great time to do it in the final minute of a period. After a great kill, gain some momentum, get on the power play, and go up by 2. That'd be perfect.
Malkin with the puck. Whips it around for Kunitz, and now he sends it around for Crosby. Sidney Crosby to Kunitz. 27 seconds to go in the period. Letang. Gino has to take it off the boards. They back off. Kunitz is in front of the net, providing a screen. Letang to Malkin. Looks up. Shot pass for Neal.
Look out.
And look out is right. Condra. Eric Condra cutting in. Letang chases him. And he tries to shoot it at the last second after going almost past the net. And he couldn't finish the play. And time expires here in the period. He either ran out of room or ran out of time, one or the other.
Well, he got tracked down by Letang, who was very quick getting back there. He impeded really the first shot. It was in the air. He tried to Tarasenko went right into the net, didn't he?
Good work.
It comes up, just over the top.
Letang did his job there. He really closed on him. Let's go to Robin J in Pittsburgh. And tonight's face-offs are presented by the new face of Northwood Realty Services. Getting ready for the second period, Bob, and I thought that was one of the better periods the Penguins have played in terms of just the way they were playing the full 200 feet.
Well, minus the first 5 minutes. I mean, Senators came out and they tried to put the first one on the board. Marc-Andre Fleury right there was very strong in the first 5 minutes. After that, it was all Pittsburgh. They start this second period on the power play with Gonchar in the box.
Another minute 9 to go on the Gonchar penalty. Chris Letang comes catapulting from behind his own net. On that fresh ice, he is flying. Back to the puck is McCulloch. James Neal couldn't take it with him as he went behind the net, but Kunitz finds Malkin. Malkin wants to set it up on the half wall, goes across to Letang, shoots it. Then a good deflection by Crosby, and he couldn't jam it into the post. Anderson stayed with him. A little redirect by Sid, and he's nifty enough to be able to somehow direct that puck into the net in an awkward position like that, and almost did. We've seen him do it before.
Yep, that was an intentional. He put his stick down right there. That's where he wanted that shot for the redirect, and he almost found the Penguins up by 2.
Malkin takes it. 24 seconds on the penalty. Letang on the left side now to Crosby, a shot. And it's just wide of the goal. He kind of had to address the puck in a way to get his shot off there. It was not in his wheelhouse initially. Kunitz sends it around for Malkin. 9 seconds to go on the penalty. Gino winds it up. 4 Senators backing up at the line. And
yeah, Gino made his move.
Goal.
Yeah, he made the move right on the blue line. The puck's got to be right over the blue line. And it wasn't there. And Sidney Crosby with that backside redirect, if you will. There's Letang. He shoots it right for the stick of Crosby. He gets it on its mark. The left pad making the save. Crosby gets a second opportunity. Forced to the back by Phillips, one of the strongest defensive defensemen in the National Hockey League for about 10 years now.
Penguins control the face-off at neutral ice. Senators kill the penalty. One's up by 1. Sutter steals, shoots it. Blocker save made by Anderson. This is Neal with it now. Chris Neal pushes it towards the goal. Paul Martin cut it off. Senators work deep in the Penguin zone. Condra, though, lost control of the puck as Orpik defended against him, and now Tanner Glass dumps it deep. He gets in after it. Glass, Cook, and Sutter on the ice for Pittsburgh. Their glass went crashing into the boards the other night in Winnipeg. Did not practice with the club yesterday. Where his shoulder, it appeared. Karlsson shot, blocked. Neal can't get it to the goal. Penguins have been diligent defensively here. They've really done a good job of staying with their man and kind of bearing down in situations.
There's a great example of the mobility of Paul Martin. Not only good defensively behind the net on Neal, quick enough to keep himself free to get the puck out on the backhand. Great job by Orpik and Martin so far in this shift, but it's extended right now.
Jim O'Brien shot it wide. Regan, same thing. Dogovich to the puck. Dogovich. Gonchar shot through traffic, and the save made by Fleury. He's done a good job of controlling the puck. No rebounds today. Day Automotive brings you a great day for hockey, and it was way back 101 years ago when a game between the Senators and Wanderers was delayed because the train arrived from Montreal late. But Montreal still outscored the Senators 4-1 in the final period. Montreal Wanderers prior to becoming the Montreal Canadiens. Gonchar with Vitale on him. Ooh. Eric Tangradi got knocked hard into the end boards. And the man who checked him was Mark Borowicki, and he lost his stick as the puck came squirting right by him to the goal. Anderson able to freeze it. Now Tangradi wades in there after the whistle.
As he should. You got to notice him. You have to notice his size. He's got to get in there. He's got to man up. He's got to dislodge pucks, whether it's on the fourth line or the second line. And this hit here, he's going for the puck. That could have been interference, much like the Malkin call was on Zach Smith in the first period of play. He hadn't even touched the puck, but he's strong enough, he's big enough at 230 pounds to withstand that. And when he got moved down from the second line to the fourth line a couple of games ago, not that he was always playing with Malkin, though, I think it made him, I don't know, somewhat at ease almost, because he felt like he was in a position where he didn't have to always defer. Some players can play him top line, some can't. Eric Tangradi still trying to figure out where he's going to fit in the National Hockey League if he does, and he'll make his own mark.
You've got Malkin, you've got Neal. Malkin 50 goals, Neal 40 goals last year in a full season. Tangradi, as you said, hadn't scored in 38 games. If he doesn't score a lot of goals, that won't necessarily mean he's not doing a good job on that line.
Well, he's already been on the ice. A +1 again here. He's a +2 on the season. And for Malkin and Neal, who are a -10, well, what a save and a bat out of the air. They were a -10 combined in 2 games getting into this one.
Good save by Anderson on Dupuis, who knocked it out of midair. Now, Latendresse got it back to the net, kind of a change-up. Fleury stayed with it. Latendresse can't control it, but it is taken by Jakob Silfverberg to the right point. Karlsson shot. That hit a man in front. Well, Karlsson can really rip it. And the Penguins do a good job of collapsing around the front of the net, not letting those shots get through. And now Dupuis in a foot race with Mafat. Got there first, but Karlsson will swing out of his own zone. Looks up the middle, out of the reach of Turris. Quickly back from Malkin. A 3-on-1 if he can get it going, but he's offside on the play. My goodness.
Somebody just told me that he wasn't a liability defensively, was Karlsson, and he got absolutely undressed in the neutral zone there, and only Malkin mishandling that puck would have been a 3-on-1. Here's Sidney Crosby. They converge on Karlsson again. Norris Trophy winner, but he's small. You get on him, you force him, anyway he's going to make mistakes, and there's 2 gleaming mistakes by Erik Karlsson in one shift, and the Penguins weren't able to capitalize.
That's the issue with him, there's no question. He only weighs 175 pounds. Kennedy just got knocked down. Malkin, though, turns the corner. Gonchar following him as he moves it out to the point, and Paul Martin able to trying to get it to the corner, but it was knocked down. And flipped ahead. Martin goes back for the puck. Good work by Paul Martin to stay with it now. The Senators just chasing him all the way around to the near wall, and finally McCulloch ends up with the puck. The shot went off a stick, settled down by Spezza, who tried to center one, and the Penguins break that up. And now Derek Engelland comes back for Pittsburgh, and he dumps it in.
I haven't seen Lovejoy in a while, and in that last shift I saw Martin was on the ice with Derek Engelland, so a couple of switches and pairings, and now it looks like Brooks Orpik with Chris Letang, and just wondering where Ben Lovejoy is right now.
Here's Letang shooting, and the save by Anderson. And the face-off coming up in the Senators zone. I don't know if you've ever wondered what Dan Bilesma says to his players during a game or what takes place at ice level during a Penguins practice. Find out on the Penguins in the Room. A compilation of video vignettes about the Pens' 2012-13 season Tuesday after Penguins postgame on Root Sports. A great production.
There's Ben Lovejoy, 249. He's played in this game on 4 shifts. So the Penguins primarily going with 5 defensemen and spotting in Lovejoy.
Penguins still leading 1-0.
Did he use a hand? Somebody use a hand off a faceoff?
The way, Bob, coming into this game, the Senators had outscored their opponents 9-3 and 5-on-5. Let's look at this faceoff.
Can't do that.
And the old glove again. We've seen that twice now.
It's going to be a penalty.
It is. We saw Brandon Sutter do it and have a penalty called against him. This time, Eric Condra.
And he shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you can read his lips, and he's not. Well, great opportunity here. Take advantage of that miscue by Condra.
Face-off violation.
Just habit. You have to get rid of those old habits.
Penguins are 0 for 3 with a man advantage. Generated some shots on their power plays, 6 of them. Try to get one behind Anderson here.
So it's 76.4 is the new rule, and they have to tack on a couple seconds onto the clock because it's really just a false face-off. Nobody wins or loses the draw, and they have to add a couple of ticks.
Crosby won that draw to Letang, but then he gave it away as Phillips read the play, and he sends it the distance. Chris Letang with it. Penguins come ahead 4 strong, and then the lead pass up the middle to Kunitz, who directs it down to the right wing corner, but Phillips goes back to get it. Phillips taken first overall way back in '96. Left it there from a thought. Rings it around and off the glass and back into the Penguin zone.
The Penguins had no pressure on Phillips there at all. There's 5 white jerseys on the ice and 4 red jerseys, and they had no pressure on Phillips whatsoever.
Crosby cuts into the middle, looks left wing, pass was behind Neal. And all of a sudden the Penguins having trouble with their entries on the power play, and the Senators send it the length of the ice again as Mathot fired it down. And Phillips are back defensively. Here comes Letang trying now. For Crosby to Malkin. Kunitz goes to the front of the net. Sid just can't take the pass cleanly from Malkin. Finds Gino in the end boards, who try to get it right back to Sid again. Good read on the play by Milan McCulloch, but he didn't get it out. Neal with a great play to hold it in for Letang. His shot! Glove save made by Anderson. With Kunitz standing right in front of him, he controls the rebound.
Well, you know what? You got to be enthused by the way Letang shot that puck. It was a half slap shot. He made sure he got the shot on the net. He knew Kunitz was in front. He didn't reach up to the rafters. He kind of brought the stick half or 3/4 back just to make sure after he got this pass from Neal that he was going to get it on the net. Kind of abbreviated in a perfect spot. Unfortunately, the goaltender saw it.
Brandon Sutter kicks it free, but Dupuis couldn't move it to the point. Now Paul Martin racing for the puck. He and Dogovich, and the Penguins end up with it. And it's Letang out here with Dupuis, Tyler Kennedy, and Brandon Sutter, and Paul Martin. Dupuis pushes it to the corner. Brandon Sutter goes in after. Another penalty coming up here as Dupuis was rocked into the boards.
No, it was the other way around.
Other way around, sorry.
Yep. It's a boarding call. We saw that a couple of games, as you know, on Chris Kunitz. You can't extend your arms and launch a player into the boards. That's boarding.
I heard the hit, and then I saw Dupuis stumble. I assumed he was the man who took the hit, but he was the one dishing it out.
Man going back, you can't push him in with your arms.
Yep.
You hit him with your shoulder, you can't launch him in there with the arms. We've seen it called with some sort of regularity. I can't say it's called all the time, but in that case, in Ottawa's defense, they were shorthanded, killing a penalty. At full speed, they're going in there, and they don't want a player in a bad position to be launched into the wall. Sens have one 4-on-4 goal already this season. They've given up one. The Penguins 0-0 in the 4-on-4 category.
11 seconds remaining on that penalty to Condra, and then the Senators will have a man advantage. They're controlling the puck here in the 4-on-4. Mathot with it. Over to Carlson. Peter Regan is working over there in the corner. Carlson, good stick handling to prevent Sutter from getting control. Now Mathot shoots it. It took off on him off the glass. Here's Carlson with it again. He shot it and it was blocked by Tanner Glass. Gonchar steps on here as the Senators are on a power play, and Tanner Glass dumps it in behind the goal. The Penguins get fresh penalty killers onto the ice. Cook and Adams up front. Orpik and Paul Martin are back. And McCulloch had it wander off his stick, and Brooks Orpik fires it off the boards and back into the Senators zone. Now it's Gonchar ahead to McCulloch. Carlson with a wrister. Sails wide. Jason Spezza takes control. Centers for Colin Greening and went right by him. Carlson can't control it. Can't find it either. Matt Cook with a long breakaway. And he's stopped by Anderson. He went to the forehand, and Anderson hung in there and got his right pad down.
Boy, Carlson was lost. He couldn't find that puck in his feet. And Matt Cook had a breakaway 3/4 of the length of this ice.
Big save. Here's Spezza with it now. Matt Cook not happy. He's still looking for his first goal in the year. And a great chance to get a shorty there. Now it's Gonchar. Looks at the net. Carlson again. Gonchar looks for a lane. Spezza with a slap shot. And again, Fleury's done a really nice job here in this game of absorbing those shots. No rebounds.
Boy, Carlson was dangling a minute ago. And then on the near side wall, off a tough pass, he just could not find that puck whatsoever. It was at the end of an extended shift. Matt Cook tried to go deep, go to the forehand, gave him a little head and shoulders. Netminder Anderson stayed with him, and there was no room between the wickets for Matt Cook, who hasn't scored in 12.
Now Zach Smith on the draw, bouncing puck. Who's going to get it? Good work by Sutter to make sure it got to the neutral zone.
Dan Biles and the hockey club have talked about this second period change, and that's why they've had some tougher second periods. You know, they got to make big decisions with the puck management, because if you got tired bodies and you got tired guys on the ice, you can't get that change with the bench to the far side of the red line.
Opportunity now for the Sens. Fleury with a big save again.
And
he freezes the puck.
How about how far he is getting out on top of the crease?
Chris Neal with a chance.
Is he challenging?
He's been very aggressive, and he looks very confident here today.
Wow. Good job by the Flower. Looking for a win after 2 losses.
Let's go Pens! 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 Let's go Pens!
This is the scene back at the hotel today. A little shinny out in the back pond. Some great stuff. They even had built-in walls with the limestone there.
Well, the temperature here is pretty much what it was in Winnipeg when we left, and it's just ideal for that kind of activity. And of course, a beautiful sunny day. What a way to enjoy the game of hockey. Did you do that a lot, Bob?
All the time in the backyard, all the time. I mean, that's it's great. You have no parents or coaches to tell you what to do, and you can sit there all day till your toes freeze. Great stuff. And that's how you get good with your hands. You get out there and you're working with a puck in tight quarters all day long. There's only one puck. There's 100 kids out there, Steggy. You got to be good.
Here comes Spezza. I got to ask you what you did for nets and pads. Here's
rocks,
Orpik.
Coke cans, rocks. And sometimes for Christmas you might actually get a net from Santa Claus.
They make them a lot now. They didn't back in those days. Here's a shot by Kunitz off a leg, picked up down by Kyle Turris. And hauling the puck in now in the neutral zone is Brooks Orpik. What about the goalies? Did they put anything on their legs? What did they do to cover their legs? Here's Gonchar back with Neal, or Carlson rather. Neal on him, and the Penguins end up with possession. Tyler Kennedy reverses it back to the corner for Neal. So it's Kennedy, Neal, and Malkin reunited. And Kennedy working hard to the corner for Malkin. Now for Neal. Tyler Kennedy. And he grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, which is way up north. A little colder up there. Here's Neal with it, and it rolls off his stick. He fights his way to the puck. He's upended by Mark Mathot. No penalty. It was just almost like incidental contact, according to the referee. And the Senators go the other way, and it's Silverberg busting down that right wing. He shoots it. Good defensive work by Derek Engelland. He rides him all the way to the end boards. And the puck sailed up into the netting.
Yeah, get used to that, Silverberg, because Engelland is going to pace you to the wall anytime he gets the opportunity. He knows your talents, and he's doing his job in a 1-0 Penguins advantage.
Senators had their way offensively in the first few minutes of the game with 5 shots on goal, but you've really tightened things up. What has been the difference so far?
No, you're right. They came out of the gate. They're playing extremely well, and they had a good start. But I think we had a couple big saves from Flower. We settled into it. Now we're back on our game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Guys?
Thanks, Dan and Tony. Really, that's the recipe so often on the road, right, Bob? You weather a little bit of a storm. You usually rely on your goaltender early in the game on the road, and then you settle down. Shot on edge that time by Benoit. He's wide of the goal, and now Lovejoy's on the ice for Adams. His shot, and Anderson able to make the save. Adams to get to his own rebound here. 3 Senators over there in the corner on Craig Adams, and they don't get it out. It's held in by Cook. Back to the corner it goes. Heavy check on the near corner boards. Adams, then Colin Greening buries him. Man, what a battle that was in the corner. Adams goes back to the front of the net. The shot taken by Orpik is stopped by Anderson, and the rebound pops up in the air where Milan McCulloch can throw it across the rink to Spezza. And over the Penguins line, Spezza feeds it into the slot. Adams with a great shift. Takes the puck in his own zone this time and moves it up for Vitale, who's got to go to the bench.
As I said, sometimes they'll call boarding and sometimes they won't. And the Penguins' 4th line on a 5-on-5 situation, we're able to get in there. And Craig Adams has been ultra physical in this hockey game. They've been putting pucks in good positions in the second period. He got in there. I don't know, boy, that was much like we saw the Kunitz penalties and the one we just saw here in this hockey game. So sometimes they'll call them, sometimes they won't.
Sutter against Regan, and he's thrown out, and Tanner Glass
You got to figure the next goal is a big one. That's why Matt Cook would have loved to put that shorthanded chance in the net there behind Anderson. He's got a .67 goals against coming in, and you're not going to. It's tough to get more than 1 or 2.
Here's a giveaway. Sutter couldn't tee it up. He tried to. And now Dogovich will slip it in behind Derek Engelland and go in after it. It's body position on Engelland, who then rides him hard into the boards so that he couldn't maintain position and end up getting control of the puck. Good work by Derek Engelland. You let that forward get in front of you, but then you take him hard into the boards, he can't make that play. Dogovich again and below the goal line. And now Sutter takes a stick to the face, and there's no penalty on the play. He reached up to his mouth, wanted a penalty, but nothing happened. And now he goes crashing in there against Gonchar. As the Senators move it to center. O'Brien left it for Regan. Regan's shot wide on the glove side, short side on Fleury, and here comes Letang. Both teams are changing as that puck went into the Penguins zone. Letang dumps it in. Anderson out of the net, lifts it high off the glass. Dupuis couldn't stop it there. And Letang moves it to the right wing to Silverberg. He and Turris come into the Penguins zone. Letang, though, hustling back, good speed to get to the puck. Try to get it out. Senators keep it in. It's Silverberg. Letang goes towards the net. Kunitz checks Silverberg, and Sidney Crosby to the puck. Gave it away to Carlson. He read the play there. He kind of felt that puck coming, and he kept it in the offensive zone. Good work by Erik Karlsson. And now the Penguins fight to get possession again, and they have it. Chris Kunitz comes up the center ice and dumps it in. Anderson slips it by the Penguin forechecker to Mathot, who's hit by Kunitz. Crosby follows on. Dupuis open in front, but Sid can't get him the puck. And now Letang. Oh boy, close call there as Turris trying to get that bouncing puck. Silverberg in there working hard. Paul Martin for the Penguins trying to dig it free, and he does for Sidney Crosby. Ahead now to Pascal Dupuis. Malkin off the bench, carries it into the Ottawa zone, looks across the ice. Penguins are changing. Neil couldn't play the puck because they hadn't completed the change. Right. He was careful there, but now here comes Spezza. He fires in the same made rebound score. Colin Greening. The Penguins could not make the play on the change, and the Senators make them pay. What a break for them.
Well, you're exactly right. The Penguins were coming with speed. A stop at the blue line and a pass across that was intended for Crosby. Crosby was changing So as he went off, Neal was coming on the ice. For fear of too many men on the ice, he doesn't touch the puck. There's Malkin. Crosby goes off. Neal comes on. He lets it go. He doesn't touch it. He doesn't want the too many men on the ice. And the Senators get the opportunity. Spezza, the rebound, Greening, and it's in the net. We're tied at 1. The shift before, the Penguins went deep with the puck. Puck management. Here they go across the blue line. Turns the other way. 1-1.
Spezza behind the net. Greening's in front of the goal now. Spezza with Malkin watching him. Turns out of the corner with it. Loose around the net. Oh, Greening almost had another one there as he was lunging for the puck, but it was out of his reach. And Derek Engelland ahead of Tyler Kennedy. Surrounded by red jerseys, he finds Malkin. Now Malkin loses the puck in the offensive zone, and the Senators go the other way, and it's Zach Smith along with McCulloch. It's Smith's shot off a Penguin stick up into the netting behind Marc-Andre Fleury. So Greening from Spezza and McCulloch at 13:44, and the Senators have tied the game. There's your UPMC injury update. UPMC Sports Medicine for the Ottawa Senators. We knew about Cowan and Lundin, but not Daniel Alfredsson. We didn't find out about his sickness until right before the game.
And part of what led to that play of Neal not touching the puck there was a game in Toronto. A couple of games ago, he jumped on the ice as Malkin came off rather slowly. He touched the puck. The Penguins were penalized for too many men on the ice. So much like Crosby was just getting off the ice, Neal wasn't quite sure where he was. Didn't want to touch the puck for fear of that. Too many men on the ice. And the Sens go the other way with the turnover.
Back to your point about changes in the second period. I mean, it was a change that was really in this half of the ice, the Senators' half of the ice, but still, once again, it was a change that led to the situation that the Penguins now have found themselves in a 1-1 tie because of. And now Zach Smith steps right in front of his own net. Phillips for Condra. And Eric Condra to the left wing, and Smith. Condra cuts towards the net. Neal to the puck. Behind the net for Condra. Chris Neal couldn't take it with him. Sutter did. He finds Kunitz. Nice skating here. And now he's stripped of the puck. And look out. Senators turn over at that blue line again and go the other way. And here's Condra shooting. Where's the puck? It got through to Fleury. Ends up sitting down on top of it. And fortunately, the puck did not slide behind him. Don't miss the Penguins' first-round pick, Bo Bennett, if he's healthy. We understand he left the game the other night with an injury. Hopefully it's not enough to keep him out of the Dunkin' Donuts AHL All-Star Classic tomorrow on Root Sports. Coverage starts at 5 with a skills competition, followed by the All-Star Game live at 7. Dunkin' Donuts AHL All-Star Classic tomorrow at 5 on Root Sports.
And Niskanen is the missing man. He's the Where's Waldo. He's the man. When we were looking down, only 2:43 at one point for Lovejoy, but Niskanen hasn't been on the ice at all, I don't believe, in this second period. So the Penguins are going with four and a half defensive, if you will, because Lovejoy really isn't absorbing those type of minutes of a team that you would think is only going with 5 defense. So really primarily 4 defense, and after 2 periods of play, we'll get a look at maybe the ice time of some of these guys. You know that they're going to be logging big minutes. Guys like Derek Engelland, he'll be over 20 minutes in this hockey game probably. And he just broke his stick.
Trying to slap the puck into the offensive zone. Now he's got to back up without a stick as Dargovich comes down the left wing. He tried to center, hit Tangradi, and ricochets back to neutral ice. Engelland takes Tangradi's stick. Tangradi's a left shot. Engelland's a right shot. And Craig Adams and Joe Vitale on the attack. Paul Martin jumps into the attack. Looks back, finds his man, Lovejoy, and he rips one wide of the goal. Takes a big bounce all the way to the blue line. Held in by Paul Martin, who wrists it to the corner. Benoit turns, and puck went right towards the net. Anderson chops it behind the goal. Peter Regan there. Penguins with pressure right now on the forecheck. Here comes Tangradi now to see if he can force a turnover, but they're able to get the puck to Dargovich, and he hands it off to O'Brien, who fans on a shot. And it's controlled now by Ben Lovejoy. Lovejoy looks up. Pass too hard for Tangradi, but no icing on the play. You heard Anderson yelling, waving it off. No, it's not icing. Play it. And the Senators do and start back to center. And there's Malkin to cut it off. And then Neal ran right into Borowiecki. but fortunately the Penguins got the puck to the corner, and now Malkin tried to go to Lovejoy, and good effort by Kyle Turris to force it back. Orpik quickly got back, but handed it right to Silverberg, and here he comes down the wing. Shoots it. Orpik dropped it, and blocked it rather, and Silverberg's turning shot missed the goal. And a good chance for Silverberg after he got a lucky bounce off the block by Orpik.
And the butt end of his stick fell out. It's by the blue line as he shot that puck wide of the net. You get a lot of torque with your top hand, and the butt end sitting on the blue line.
Gonchar lost control, and Malkin just centered it, but nobody there. Latendresse with a shot. Wild rebound. Controlled by Silverberg. Pressured by Paul Martin, and that sends the play the other way for the Penguins. Tanner Glass stripped of the puck at the blue line. Now it's going to be offside. Cook will tag up. Zach Smith moves it to the right wing. Good read again by Paul Martin. Good stick. And now Tanner Glass down the left wing shoots it. And gloved by Anderson, and he'll hang on to it. Paul Martin with a couple of good plays there defensively.
Yeah, great. Keeping the gap up. He's a great skater. He doesn't have to back up. He was able to stand and hold that blue line. And Craig Anderson, you talk about communication with goaltender and with defense. Penguins send it in. It's tipped. So he says, no icing, no icing. Look at Anderson waving it off. If it was icing, he would have put his hand up and yelled icing. Of course, he's saying no, and he's waving it off there so that giving that heads up to his defenseman, his 38-year-old defenseman, Gonchar.
Well, look at Erik Karlsson, who won the Norris Trophy last year at the age of 22. The youngest Norris Trophy winner since Bobby Orr won it at the age of 20 in 1968. The first of 8 Norris Trophies that Bobby Orr won.
Yeah, and then Lidstrom, he was closing in on that till he retired and gave someone else a chance.
Another Swede, too, I might add. And now here's the centering pass. The Penguins, another good piece of stick work there by Sidney Crosby to pick off the pass. Kunitz looks to the left wing. Colin Greening back for the puck, though, for the Senators, and he banks it away. Now Mathot just directs it towards the neutral zone, catches up with it, but Letang right there to whip it right back up into the Senators zone. 1:50 to go in the period. The game tied at 1. We anticipated perhaps a high-scoring game. Here's Crosby closing in, shooting, and Anderson makes the save. Boy, Sid changed the shooting angle there and almost sneaked it between the legs of Craig Anderson.
And who did they torment? It was Karlsson again. They got in there. They took away his time and space. He wants to be fancy. He wants to carry the puck. And the Penguins were very physical on him. There he is with the puck. Pascal Dupuis finishes him off. Turnover. And Sidney Crosby, the beneficiary of that good opportunity. Boy, the Penguins just haven't been able to capitalize on a couple of big turnovers by Karlsson.
Pascal Dupuis, maybe he doesn't get enough credit for the way he used to turn himself into a straight line player, and he finishes people off like that. He's very good at taking the body. He uses his speed to get in around defensemen and get to the puck first. He's become an extremely valuable winger for the Penguins. And Sidney Crosby. The shot by Tanner Glass is blocked. Now Eric Condra looks to the right wing. Benoit down the right wing. Shoots it, and Fleury directs that away from the net nicely with a stick. Phillips.
Battle of fork lines here.
Vitale, Glass, and Adams for the Penguins. Orpik and Engelland are back on defense. Fleury actually pointed to his left to tell Orpik, I'm going that way when the puck comes to me.
Communication once again by the goaltender to the defenseman.
See the little traffic there he was directing, Bob, with his left glove?
Exactly.
And he did that while the puck was coming at him. Now Regan shoots it rink wide. Malkin will get a stick on it. 43 seconds to go in the period. Here comes a rush for the Penguins. Sutter on that left wing. Neal on the right side. Shot it wide. And look out here. Martin gets over, but the Senators come rushing ahead. Dogovich couldn't control the puck. Martin sent it north again. 30 seconds to go in the period. Warwicki gave it away to Malkin. Neal just pushed it towards the net off the heel of his stick. Anderson easily handled that. 18 seconds ago, Neal's trapped behind the play as Dogovich comes to center. Now O'Brien just wrists one right through the slot. 9 seconds to go in the period. Penguins, Chris Letang will handle the pucks. Just let time tick away. And we will go to the locker rooms with the game tied at 1. The goal by Colin Greening after Neal had scored in the first. Colin Greening gets the goal, his first of the season. And we have a tie hockey game. The shots are virtually even. 23 for the Penguins, 21 for the Senators.
We'll toss it back to the studio, to the big boys.
1-2 in Ottawa. The Penguins trying to snap the 2-game losing streak might be shorthanded on the blue line as they head into the third period. For more, let's go back up to Steigy and Bob at Scotiabank Place. Guys?
Thank you very much, Jay. There's Todd Reardon speaking with a guy who should also be considered at some point for the Norris Trophy. Much better defensive player than Erik Karlsson. Karlsson more of a goal scorer, but you see the ice time. Paul Martin also logging a little extra duty here with Matt Niskanen off.
18-27, most of any of the 5 defensemen now. It doesn't appear that Matty Niskanen is going to be back in the hockey game. Missed the whole second period. There's Brooks Orpik, and then you got Lovejoy and Derek Engelland kind of splitting time, if you will, as the 4th defenseman. They both have around 8 minutes of ice.
Penguins control the opening faceoff of the third period with the game tied at 1. Karlsson bumped by Dupuis. Karlsson goes down. Crosby banged it off the back of the cage. And the Senators' Kyle Turris. Ahead now to Silverberg. His shot off of Orpik's stick. Paul Martin tried to get it out. Knocked back to the right wing corner where Brooks Orpik sends it ahead to Chris Kunitz. Penguin left winger stripped to the puck. Karlsson tripped up as he went into the Penguin zone. Fans wanted a penalty, nothing called. Crosby looks back, finds Orpik. Ahead now for Kunitz. And Anderson out of the net will set it up for Mark Mathot. Mathot just dumps it rink wide. Karlsson banked it off the boards around Malkin, and right to Engelland. Engelland's got Neal with him. Here's Neal, and he sent it right through the slot. And Tangradi in good defensive position keeps the puck in. And now the Senators able to bring it right back. Milan McCulloch can't get around Derek Engelland. Hustling back to play the puck. Malkin and Letang. Letang sandwiched between 2 Senators, but the Penguins have the puck. Now Letang able to turn it up the right wing. Didn't get it out. Tangradi trying to get it out. Now Letang trips, gets back up beautifully. And following on is Neal to take control of the puck. Tangradi goes to the front of the net. Now behind the goal. Leaves it there for Neal. In front, man open, Sutter. And the Senators got a stick in the way of that. He was wide open, too, as he came in off the bench.
Some good speed here already in this game. You can just sense the urgency of both hockey teams.
This game is so different from the last time these two teams met on this ice surface. You remember last year, on March 24th, the Senators beat the Penguins 8-4 and kind of exposed some things in the Penguins game that later came back to haunt them in the playoffs. Much different game here today.
Yeah, you got the feeling next goal wins, don't you?
Penguins are playing a solid hockey game, but they need to find another goal somewhere here in the third period. And here comes Tanner Glass. We talked about it at the outset of the telecast, so maybe we need someone else to come through. James Neal has the goal. Matt Cook had an opportunity on a breakaway and couldn't score. Now a penalty coming up against the Senators. Fleury goes to the bench. Extra attacker comes on. It's Sidney Crosby. Martin centers. Loose puck in the slot. And the question would be, why is the whistle blown? It was very much available in the paint.
With the Penguins having the extra attacker in the form of Sidney Crosby on the ice, there's going to be a hold against the Ottawa Senators. Paul McLean looks on and a little shake of the head. And Benoit's going to go off. Took a look behind the net as the puck goes to Tanner Glass. So a clear-cut hold there for Benoit.
Senators penalty to number 61 on the Benoit.
Penguins are 0 for 4 with 7 power play shots. And an opportunity here to retake the lead. Letang to Neal at the left point. Neal's shot blocked by Condra. Bouncing puck swept aside. Condra turns and lifts it to the line. Letang knocked down by O'Brien on the play, but had the presence to move the puck back to James Neal.
Shot first mentality, it seems, for the Penguins, who won the quick face-off. Neal, no hesitation, shooting the puck.
Now Letang pulls up. He had the right idea there, but it was read beautifully. Defensive play by Peter Regan. Now Letang steps inside the zone. Again, Regan got a stick on a pass. Malkin gets in there to chop at it, and it goes up into the netting, and there'll be a face-off here in the Senators zone. Don't forget, a reminder, enjoy a cold one to look forward to Miller time later on in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
Tens, they'll let you get it into about 3 feet inside the blue line. Then they'll just pressure you. They almost allow you to get into that trap, put the cheese right inside the blue line, and then they'll just attack you like a pack of animals. And that's why the Penguins, when they get an opportunity, they want a quick pass and they want a shot down towards the net, because if everybody's going to pressure towards the perimeter, that means it should be a 2-on-1 in front of the net, and that's why Neal wanted to get it down there quickly.
Penguins have to start from deep in their own zone now in this power play. 1:06 to go on the penalty to Benoit. Again, the Penguins have had some difficulty with their entries in this game. Now Neal falls down, and they send it right back up into the Penguin zone. I think that's the big issue on the power play today. It's just the entries, Bob. And you made the point just inside the blue line there, maybe baiting you to think you have control when you get in there, and then you don't.
Yep,
here's
right
Martin
here.
Down
Get
the
it
wing.
deep. There you go.
He carries it in, centers for Crosby. Following on with Sutter, but Sid held onto the puck. Brings it up high, goes across the blue line. Letang has trouble with it. And look out here. Sid got back. And you have a play here at the blue line, an offside call. So with 20 or 33 seconds to go on this power play, the Penguins have their second unit on at the moment.
Here's a look at the pressure right here. Let you get in there, and then boom, they're going to pressure you right inside. Puck comes, pressure. Letang knows it. A forced bouncing pass. They're going to pressure. They want to get at least 2, sometimes 3 changes in a 2-minute power play so that they can get out there and have good foot speed. There it is. They'll let you go on the pressure right there. You got to move the puck very quickly down low behind the net. Work your plays from down behind the goal line, not out here by the blue line.
Now down along the wall it goes, and Tyler Kennedy couldn't control it. Dupuis over to try to play it. The Senators try to go up the other side to get it out. Brandon Sutter leans on O'Brien, prevents him from taking it out, and then Martin got a good stick in there to keep it alive. So Martin for Sutter, a second to go on the penalty. Here comes Benoit. The Penguins work the puck around still. Kennedy with it, shoots it, and a little tip there in front by Sutter, but it went wide. And now the Penguins will have to make a change on the fly here as the Senators come into the Penguins zone. Look out, Condra there. Orpik overskated, but there's Dupuis to save the day, and back he comes. Dupuis with speed in over the line, trying to run the gauntlet. Borowiecki wouldn't let him do that, but he's able to work the puck behind the net for Tyler Kennedy. Now Dupuis not able to grab it. Senators come to center. Erik Karlsson leads the charge. Colin Greening in after it. Lovejoy held him off. And the Penguins can't get it out. Vitale tried. Now Spezza with it. Threw it to the side of the net. Almost sneaked one in on Fleury. He was able to prevent that. And on the left wing, it's Matt Cook. Tangradi ahead. He'll take the pass. Tangradi just dumps it in deep. And in after it goes Vitale. Now back around to the near wing. Cook gets over there to play it for Tangradi. Chops it along the wall. And now Spezza got in there and directed it up into the netting in the corner. Another face-off in the Senators zone. Go inside the game and inside the lives of your favorite players on Inside Penguins Hockey. This week, Dan Bilesma takes us fishing along with Dan Potash. Joe Vitale recalls hailing a New York cab in full hockey gear, and we'll show you plays of the week and much more. Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Heritage Valley Health System, Saturday at noon on Root Sports.
You're getting a look at Tanner Glass on the Malkin-Neal unit right now. The face-off in the neutral zone. No on him fishing out deep pucks in the corner. He's a corner guy, Tanner Glass. There he is on the forecheck.
Guillaume Latendresse, the former Canadian and Minnesota Wild, out here on the wing, along with Kyle Turris and Jakob Silfverberg. Turris behind the Penguin goal. Silfverberg in front of the net. And Gonchar just pushed it wide of the net. Turris with it again. Senators have something going here. Gonchar banks it off the board. Silfverberg there. Swings around the net, tried to center to Turris. Penguins have to be strong here along that goal line as the Senators try to work it from below the goal line out into the slot. Good defensive work by the Pens. And now it's Neal coming to center, and he'll push it in behind the Senators' defense. Tanner Glass on the puck, so it's Glass, Neal, and Malkin. Neal with it. Glass is in front. Malkin shoots it. Somehow it stayed out. A lot of traffic in front. Malkin again tries to bank one in, and it squirts away from the net. Malkin to the puck one more time. Lovejoy has it. Paul Martin back for Lovejoy. Wrist shot to the goal, and it's deflected off a skate wide. Neal sends it behind the net. Malkin there again, holds a man off. Tanner Glass chops it just through the goal mouth and wide of the goal. Good work by the Penguins on this shift, working it down low, just as the Senators were doing at the other end of the rink. Malkin behind the net, trying to move it in front. Nobody there. Glass at the side of the goal, and Anderson freezes it right there. And then chops away at the glove of the Tanner does. Tanner Glass on the glove of Anderson, and they don't like that.
No, Anderson didn't like. He whacked back, and wearing that 10 jersey in front of the net reminds you of Gary Roberts in front of the net, doing that dirty work. Well, earlier, Matt Niskanen went awkwardly into the wall. You can see him get up limping as he was shoved in there by Milan McCulloch and has not yet returned. We haven't had any reports on that injury, so we won't speculate. We do know the Penguins are down to 5 defense.
And they're playing good team defense here today against the Senators. We've had a lot of shots on goal in their previous games. The Senators with 37, 37, 37, and 36 shots in their previous games. And in this one, right now, they've only got 22. 13:06 to go in the third. And that says that the Penguins are doing their job defensively. Here's Dupuis with it. Here's Kyle Turris, though, stepping into the Penguin zone. Paul Martin reached in. Boy, his stick has been really good today, Paul Martin. He's done some great work with that stick. Up the left wing, Kunitz can't take the pass cleanly as Carlson had good gap on him, and they dump it right back into the Penguin zone. Brooks Orpik back. Shovels it up the wall for Sidney Crosby.
Crosby looking for his first third period point of the season. No better time than right now in a tie game.
Penguins will methodically bring this puck to center. Up the left wing, Eric Tangradi. To Adams. Adams shoots it. Anderson the save. Tangradi trying to get to the rebound. But Colin Greening has it for the Senators. Finds a man busting up the middle.
Go!
Benoit is going to turn back, though, after dumping the puck in deep. And Letang up the wing. Look out, they gave it away there. Over this Tangradi, though, he hustled back to make sure that puck got out. Penguins worked a lot yesterday on getting pucks out of their zone up the wall. Here's Tangradi with it. He's got some room. Shoots it in a pad stop made by Anderson.
Tough save on a rolling puck.
Senators again come to center. Again, Colin Greening, who's got the only goal for Ottawa. The Penguins with their goal from James Neal in the first. Greening scored in the second. Letang will stop up now with Regan there on him. He finds Derek Engelland up the left wing. Malkin just steered it towards the net. Sergei Gonchar up the left wing wall for the Senators to Dogovins. Now Regan down the wing. He shoots it, and Fleury handles that easily. Why don't we take a look at our Subway sandwich of the game, Bob?
Trying to make me hungry. I'm already hungry. And there he is, Craig Adams, doing the body work. Benoit feeling the pain. The wrath of Adams right there. For Adams, 3 hits coming into this period of play. The Penguins with 27 hits to 20 for the Ottawa Senators. It's taking the form of a playoff-type battle here right now. Can you imagine if there was no lockout and we were halfway through the season and every team was 500 battling for the playoffs? And that's essentially what we have right now. These teams are just fighting and scrapping for every point they can get.
Only a couple of teams have not been fed a little humble pie already this year, and that would be Chicago and San Jose. They've been perfect, but it seems like everybody's had to eat a little humble pie at the beginning of the season. It was the Rangers and the Flyers, then the Penguins losing a couple in a row. But again, I think it's not necessarily a bad thing if you get some of that stuff out of your system early, as quickly as you can.
As long as you learn.
Exactly. Here's Carlson moving in. Threw it to the net from a sharp angle. Where's the puck? Is it
Might be in. Or it might be sitting right there. The light's not on.
And the fans were standing behind the goal.
Well, Marc-Andre Fleury reached behind, and Carlson, he's sneaky as all get out. He shot the puck from a terrible angle. Looked like it got through Flowers' legs, but it may have dropped down in his glove behind his legs, and he's got a big smile. Boy, the chiclets are white and bright behind that mask for Marc-Andre Fleury. They're going to take a look upstairs. In-house. Just dropped down behind him and laid right on the goal line. It's got to go all the way over that goal line. And it's not all the way over, I don't believe. Nonetheless, I think the whistle went.
Yeah, why though? That'd be my question. It looked like the referee was looking right at the puck.
Well, we saw Phoenix be denied a couple of goals yesterday in a hockey game. And that one there, the puck didn't go over the line anyway, so it's a moot point here right now.
Face-off coming up to the left of the Flower, the smiling Flower. Kyle Turris looks back. Well, direct a little traffic here before the face-off. Sidney Crosby and Turris. And off the draw, back to the corner, and Orpik sends it up the wall. Kunitz forcing that man out at the point to get that puck to center. Carlson. Sometimes you get up the wall and you don't let that guy come down on you first. You get out there and get to him so that he's stuck in his tracks and let that puck come up the boards. Now Letang with it to his left wing. Kunitz can't take the pass. Icing call. Let's go downstairs to our old buddy Dan Potash.
All right, Staggy, thank you very much. Earlier we showed you video evidence, if you will, video replay of Matt Niskanen going into the board. He does indeed have a lower body injury. His return tonight is questionable. Niskanen, lower body, return questionable tonight.
Thank you, Dan. Face off to the right of Fleury now this time. Jason Spezza and Sidney Crosby. Spezza won it. Oh, Penguins got on a right spot, though, to prevent that quick shot from registering on the net from McCulloch.
We switched before that draw. Dupuis went to the wall. Orpik came into the inside of the ice, and he was the man that jumped out and got his stick in the lane of Alon McCulloch, and that was just a quick, perfect face-off win for Spezza. It was
just
clean.
like what the Penguins do with Malkin and Neal.
Well, Sidney's got to get at least not lose it, just tie it. There you go.
How about win it? Crosby will get the puck himself and rip it around near side. Kunitz again up the wall on Carlson, and the puck goes right by the two of them. Back into the Senators zone. Spezza takes the lead pass. He's been kind of quiet today, which is, he didn't assist on the goal, but backhand shot by McCulloch is stopped by Fleury. The Penguins, again, quick to get back around the house, clear those rebounds. Carlson's shot again, tipped just wide. Looked like it was tipped a couple of times on the way through. Now Letang sends it up the boards and off the skate of Kunitz, who will go to the bench. Carlson headmans. McCulloch gets it going into the Penguin zone. Carlson moves up on the play. Erik Karlsson was right past the puck, lets Letang have it, and goes back into defensive position.
He knew if he played it, he was going to get pasted, and as a defenseman, didn't want to get caught in the offensive zone.
Malkin goes to Dupuis. Fan gets it back. Oh, he tried to set up Tanner Glass, and I don't think Glass was ready. He was watching Dupuis maybe shoot the puck there, look for a rebound.
Well, he's a left-handed shot. If he was a right-handed shot, it was a perfect pass, but his stick was behind him. Right-hander with the stick in front. Or if he had to put his stick on the backhand, Glass would have been in a better position to shuffle that behind Anderson. So he was, yeah, right. Looking for a rebound probably, and not really ready for the pass.
Engelland ahead to Tanner Glass. Cross corner dump. Gonchar turns and faces the ice. And the lead pass out of the reach of O'Brien, and Paul Martin goes back to play it for Pittsburgh. 1-1 the score, 9:01 to go in the third period.
Boy, you hate to squander opportunities like that with it right in front of the net. You don't get many good chances here. And boy, Anderson has just been a wall this season, and this is fourth game, as is Fleury in this game. Tremendous.
And an icing call against the Penguins. This is Fleury's best outing against the Senators in a long time.
Well, they knew coming in here that two might indeed be enough to win. They had two in Winnipeg, and they couldn't hold on. They have one here with 8:46 left in the third.
Penguins have scored first one in every game so far, right, Bob?
Yes, they have. 5 straight.
Off the draw, Neal kicked it up to his stick. Penguins got on the way of that shot, and now the Senators get it back. Smith brings it up high to Phillips. To the corner for Eric Condra. Now it's Neal with it. Chris Neal towards the point. Adams read the play and forced it back to neutral ice. Sent right back into the Penguin zone, though, by Zach Smith, and Fleury sets it up for Paul Martin. Engelland's lead pass off the stick of Tangradi. Anderson out of the net, shuffles it past Vitale. And the Senators kneel, hits the skate of Tangradi, returns the puck back inside the line, but offside is called. And we'll come back with a game tied at 1 and 8:10 to go. It's a tight one in Ottawa.
Third period shots 5-4 for the Penguins. Tanner Glass playing with Malkin and Dupuis. There's Dupuis, tries to go over to Glass, but Glass had already opened up looking for that pass on his forehand. It was towards his backhand. He was in between. He couldn't get a stick on it. A good opportunity for Pittsburgh there in a 1-1 hockey game halfway through the third.
The timing of the play was just thrown off by Dupuis fanning on it the first time he had it.
Sometimes that can mess up a netminder, and if the pass itself had it connected, you might have found yourself something. But it's one of those games, isn't it? Early in a season, really.
5-4 of the shots in this period in favor of the Penguins. It's been that kind of a game. These two teams playing it close to the vest. Tight checking, playoff-style hockey, if you will. Anderson steers one to the corner on the shot by Tyler Kennedy.
Camps opened only 2 weeks ago today, so here we are.
Bobby, Tyler Kennedy's got to get his obligatory goal against the Senators. Maybe he'll be the one that'll deliver one here to give the Penguins the lead. He's on the ice right now.
That's true.
Matt Cook. Now it's Sutter. Brandon Sutter tried to get control of it. It ends up sending the Senators into the offensive zone. Look out, opportunity here. Fleury with a big save. Oh, great chance there for Condra. And Fleury got his pad on that. Now Phillips with a drive. Save made by Fleury. And Condra diving through the goal mouth. No rebound available to him. But Condra was the man who was robbed as he opened up and fired one of Fleury. Just got his left leg down to make the save.
Yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury has been ultra sharp in the hockey game. Watch the big fat rebound that Phillips, he skates away from being a defenseman, trying to get back in position. Great job for the Penguins. See them insulating the house, trying to block those shots and taking bodies there if there was another rebound. Great job, Pittsburgh defensively after the big save by the left pad of Marc-Andre Fleury.
That was the save of the game for Fleury.
Yep, and Anderson made his save on Cook shorthanded when it was 1-0 Pittsburgh. You remember that one?
Carlson gloves it down. That's a hand
do that.
pass. Yep.
And if he grabbed that and changed position of that puck, which I think maybe Carlson did there to get away from a defender, it's a penalty, and they could call it. And he was very fortunate there. You can't close your hand on the puck. They're watching these things like a hawk.
Crosby cleanly wins the draw back to Brooks Orpik against Kyle Turris, and Orpik takes control of it. 7:14 remaining in the third period. Orpik dumps it in. The thought back to get it. He didn't gain the red line there. I thought he did, but it's an icing call.
It's a 1-2-2. Trapping up the neutral zone are the Ottawa Senators. They're forcing the Penguins to come almost methodically through that zone. And you talk about watching things like a hawk. The linesmen are making sure that players do get, they're sticklers right now to get to that red line. Before they used to,
Last year
they were
a
couple feet.
Oh yeah, it was like the Phantom.
Yeah, you're
baseball.
close. You're close.
Here's Artsy Kunitz again up the wall there against Carlson.
They worked on that.
Not letting him pinch down the boards at all.
They worked on that in practice at the practice rink here. Indeed, yesterday when they came in, that was one of the plays they worked on in one zone.
Dupuis sends it ahead. Kunitz has it. Crosby's on the ice too. Kunitz sends it around for Sid to the far side. Sid goes in there, hit by Greening. Kunitz follows on, bumped by Mathot. He tries to get it out. Kunitz battling on the board. Harton steps down the wall, trying to keep it alive, but the Senators get it, and here they come, and it's Carlson to the right wing and Spezza. Carlson goes to the net. Oh, Spezza tried to set him up going to the goal, but Orpik stayed right with him. And now the Penguins have an opportunity. It's a 3-on-1. Malkin with Kunitz and Dupuis. Malkin closes in, shoots. He hit the goal post. And now it opens up a bit as Carlson gets there and whacks it up into the Penguin zone, but the Senators need to change. Derek Engelland left it behind the net for Letang. Malkin slowed the pace down, eyed the net, and just missed.
Well, the defensemen and the back checkers of the Senators took away Malkin's options.
Here's a chance. Neal in front. He tried to go to Malkin and got tied up somehow and couldn't get his stick down on the puck. But now it is Zach Smith chipping it behind Chris Letang. So much for a 1-1 game. All of a sudden it's opening up and it is fun to watch. Engelland ahead to Tanner Glass and now to Malkin. Gino looks for the late man. Neal couldn't take the pass. And the Senators get control. The Penguins turn and get back in defensive position. Derek Engelland to Ben Lovejoy. Snaps it up the right wing. Malkin needs to head to the bench here as Anderson sets it up behind the goal with 5:19 to go in this third period. Dogovic shoots it. Oh, he just missed the cage. Close call there. And now Cook to the right wing. Here comes Tyler Kennedy, the Senator killer. Shoots it wide of the goal. With an near side back, Cook. And it's going to be poked away where the Penguins need a goal from a Brandon Sutter. Eric Tangradi, somebody like that. Somebody to step up, maybe a defenseman. But of course, we're getting down to the time now where the teams are going to be very careful about allowing that winning goal. And oftentimes you'll see them kind of take it to overtime, but still 4:40 to go. Brooks Orpik with it.
Yeah, you would think that, although we just saw Carlson try to tip one in at one end and Malkin on a 3-on-1 and a half at the other.
Now the Senators come ahead 3-on-3. Kunitz with a good play to step up and knock it away from Latendresse. But now it's Silverberg for Turris to Silverberg. He shoots it just right. Oh, a nifty play there at the side of the goal. But it stayed out. Latendresse almost shot it between his own legs into the net. Now Crosby trying to lasso the puck as it comes bouncing down into the Senators zone. Crosby's got it. Centers Dupuis poked away by Anderson. Dupuis after the puck again. Senator fell down. Crosby with it. Looks for the open man. Kunitz. He guns it just wide of the goal. Crosby throws it to the net. And Anderson flops on top of the puck. He almost banked that thing in.
Well, he did. He almost snuck one in there off the right skate of Anderson. Latendresse almost snuck one in between his own legs. Some great opportunities at both ends. And Evgeny Malkin, on his last shift, had an opportunity to put the Penguins up 2-1. He looked off, and then one-on-one hit it.
Coming up.
Well, guys have been shooting bad angle shots, trying to get them in from any opportunity they can. Sidney Crosby just trying to shuffle one to the net, almost found the right skate of Anderson. And boy, Latendresse had a sneaky chance at the other end, didn't he, right there? Marc-Andre Fleury, look at the splits as he's able to get back and shut it down with his left pad. He's stretching right now, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Chance for Neal off the draw and is blocked. Martin with it. He shoots it. It hits Neal. And now Neal covers up for Martin as he tries to step up. Neal takes the puck and moves it back to Orpik.
That face-off play, yeah, you always have to almost stop talking when that's going on because it's a threat every time. Malkin winning his share of draws in that circle for Neal.
Well, I know one thing. Fleury has made 2 tremendous saves here in the third period. Here's McCulloch down the wing. Drops it off to Spezza. Spezza tries to swing around Malkin and stays right with him. But Spezza's got it again. Malkin stays on him and just makes sure he can't pull the trigger. Now McCulloch with Orpik eyeing him. Reverses it back into the corner for Spezza. Greening goes to the front of the net. Gonchar with a slap shot through traffic. And that one went wide. And off the end boards, it settled in behind the cage instead of coming back out front. And now Tanner Glass just sends the puck the length of the rink. It's not going to be icing. The Penguins are changing as the Senators go on the attack again. Mark Mathot with those long, rangy strides moves it inside the line. Joe Vitale gets to the puck. 2:55 remaining in the third period of the game, tied at 1. Vitale, headmans, goes right past Tangradi. This will be icing. Mathot getting there.
Mathot's getting a lot of ice time both ends of the rink. He broke his jaw last year in Columbus, missed 28 games.
Are you ready for the taste greatness moment? Because it's Miller time, Bob.
Well, it is one of those times to take that break, and but not for long. With 2:47 left here, there's going to be a timeout. Pittsburgh, with their tired bodies, they want to make sure they know what they're doing on this face-off. Face-offs so critical at this point in this hockey game.
Bob, we just saw James Neal shoot the puck. You know what I get a kick out of? Neal never really gets all excited when he scores. It's like, I'll do this a lot more this year. Once he doesn't ever really celebrate much. He just comes over, thanks his partner with Evgeny Malkin.
Yeah, nice pass, and it was his 4th of the year. And then Spezza, he can shoot it. But look at the way Greening is able to get that puck in that position quickly. He goes to net hard, but he's able to turn the hands over and get it on the forehand and put it in that wide open net.
Well, this is a great battle between 2 really good offensive teams that are showing that they want to play good defense. It's been a good game. Good goaltending at both ends. O'Brien to take the draw against Vitale. The Penguins forced an icing call. They had to take a face-off in their own zone. And Vitale's been a good face-off man for the Penguins. He won the draw. He was clicking at 60% coming into the game to lead the team. Zach Smith's shot blocked. Adams to Tangradi. Come on, Eric. Dump it up into the Senator zone and go to the bench.
Well, that's his job right there. Orpik got off the ice after the face-off win, and another big hit by Adams.
2 of them, and he still has the puck. Good work by Adams on the forecheck. Centers down. Kunitz trying to chop it to the net. But the Senators are right on him. And now Adams heads back, and he wants to get off. Penguins will jump a new player on for him as Letang stays in front of O'Brien to get to the puck. 2:05 to go in this third period. Mathot to Carlson. Flips it towards the goal. The bouncing puck glove down. The tang. Hit on the play by Greening. Keeps on working. Gets up. Greening on him again. Knocks him down. And Greening tried to stuff one in and couldn't pull it off. Almost, though. Boy, good work by Greening, staying tough on Letang. And now one of the Senators, McCulloch, is barking at the referee. Thinks there should have been a penalty as Dupuis can't get inside the attacking zone. The Senators have it again, a minute and a half remaining. Spezza. McCulloch shot, no, to change the speed, and a good save by Fleury on the changeup. He's able to lunge out and glove it.
And McCulloch is still barking to the official, thinking there should have been a penalty. No. This is a hockey battle behind the net. Colin Greeny, 225 pounds. He's alone. He knocks down Letang, but Marc-Andre Fleury, look at the pads inside the post, and Dupuis comes down defensively to get a hit. And a final chance that's redirected off a body, a leg of Letang, right to Marc-Andre Fleury. He's seeing beach balls right now.
Face off to the right of the Flower. Turris. Vitale didn't win that one. Turris did it. Carlson's got it. Trying to go left side of Phillips. Not a good pass, and he's got to retreat.
Turris has been quiet for a guy that's got 4 goals. Tremendous start to his season. He's been quiet so far in the hockey game.
Brandon Sutter, Vitale, and Cook on the ice for the Penguins. Engelland and Orpik. He's in kind of a defensive posture right now. Carlson trying to run the gauntlet. Fires it wide. Silverberg hit by Cook. Engelland sends it ahead to center. Phillips trying to settle it down. Vitale steals. Trying to come towards the goal, and Phillips rides him off the play. Now Phillips stays with it. 48 seconds to go in regulation. Silverberg with it, along with Turris. He's got a man going to the net, left on dress. He comes back to Carlson. Here he is. He fired it wide. Great chance for Carlson, and he missed the target.
Oh, man. That puck came to his stick like a magic wand. And the puck rolled at the last second as Sutter laid down on the ice horizontal so that the puck had to go up. And Marc-Andre Fleury, consequently, was able to stand up, but the puck wasn't on its target.
20 seconds ago, Carlson again. Keeps his feet moving. He's probably the closest thing to Paul Coffey to come into the league as far as being an offensive guy, almost like another forward on the ice. Now over to get it is Regan. He'll swing it back in behind, and at 5 seconds remaining in regulation, Malkin's got the puck. We're going to head to overtime. This team, the Penguins, playing a solid defensive game, getting excellent goaltending from Marc-Andre Fleury, and the shots even, dead even at 29 through 3 periods. And of course, so is the score, 1-1. We'll be back with Barrel.com overtime in a moment. Barrel Subaru brings you the overtime period. In case you're new to hockey and you wonder how that works, there it is.
Well, the way these two teams have really been battling here, it'll be 4-on-4 now, which is always kind of a different dynamic. I think you have to look at defense, if you will. I mean, you talk about offensive defenseman. Carlson's the dangerous guy. A guy like Niedermeyer had 13 overtime goals in his career. Just remarkable. The leader in that category, other than Yager and Matt Sundin.
They're forwards, but I know what you mean. The defensemen do become more dangerous.
Yeah, you got to be careful in the 4-on-4 situations. You want to have your eyes on 65 Carlson. Let somebody else handle the puck.
And now the Senators, likewise, should have their eye on Chris Letang. And here comes Carlson with the puck.
Exactly. And Chris Letang should be active if he's got a chance to make a 2-on-2 or 3-on-2.
Turris holds the puck. Carlson's wide open. The puck comes through. He's going to take it off the boards, try to get it to the net. And it's whipped away from him by Dupuis. It's going to slide towards the goals. Greg Anderson in position to watch it go right by the cage, and an icing call here in the 4-on-4 overtime period. The Penguins and Senators playing in their first overtime games of the season.
If you get a chance to pin Carlson in your defensive zone, the Penguins would want to do that. If you get a chance to hit him and get him out of position, you'd want to do that. Use his offensive prowess and turn it against him. Have it affect him.
Spezza against Sid. Carlson, the Mathot. Back for Carlson. Pushed it to the net. I don't know if Fleury got a piece of that or not as it sailed wide. He may have got just a smidgen with his blocker. Now Carlson again fakes the shot, goes to Mathot. His blast, and Fleury takes it up high and holds it against that guard that hangs down in front of his throat.
I'll say it a little louder. You got to watch 65. When it's a give and a go, you watch your man, you don't watch the puck. Carlson moves it to the half wall, and the Penguins got caught focusing on the puck. Next thing you know, it's back on the stick of Carlson, and the game could have been over just like that.
Now Gonchar's on the ice for the Senators. The Penguins will control the faceoff. Sutter won it. Ben Lovejoy carries it. He's another guy who could be dangerous here. Lovejoy moves up, shoots it from a sharp angle, and a save made by Anderson. And Lovejoy's got that ability, the speed to go flying right back and get in defensive position, which he does. He and Martin are paired up. Neal and Malkin on the ice for the Penguins up front.
Now Sutter took that defensive zone draw and went right off the ice.
And now Neal carries the puck. James Neal down the wing, just gliding, cruising in. A big power forward. Looks for Lovejoy. The pass wasn't there. Lovejoy had the gun cocked. He wanted to shoot it. And now Paul Martin skating smoothly. Dishes it off. I love watching the 4-on-4, the way they weave that puck around. Here's Lovejoy dumping it in.
Again, not a lot of time to work on this with the abbreviated training camp.
This is Eric Condra for Ottawa. Condra's had a good start to the year. Closes in, dishes it off to the corner. Anyone's able to keep the puck at that center ice. Regan drops it off. Phillips makes the red line and then dumps it into the Penguin zone, and Fleury stops it behind the goal. 3 minutes to go in the overtime. Here's Letang. Looks up the middle. Has his man. It's Brandon Sutter. Sutter shoots it, and a save by Anderson, and no rebound. He was able to corral it, and there'll be a face-off to the left of the Senators' goal with 2:50 to go.
You know, watch Sutter, what he does. Deception with the puck. Mathot tries to get stick on puck as the Penguins come out. Perfect pass. Number 3, Mathot tries to get stick on puck. But the little inside-out move, the head and shoulders move by Sutter allows him to at least get a good chance. Albeit hard to beat that Anderson.
Sid and Kunitz on the ice now. Sid won the draw. Paul Martin closes in, doesn't shoot it. Finds Engelland. He shoots it in a save by Anderson. It took too long for Engelland to pull the trigger there, and Anderson was very set and saw that shot all the way.
Well, Engelland was looking for a backdoor play, but if you watch the Senators, they take away Sidney Crosby. And if you don't one-time it, you'd have nothing. Look at the back door. He's looking back door. There's nothing there. They box out. Crosby goes to the back post. Anderson squared up in the shot, and he's depending on his defenseman to take away any east-west play.
Crosby wins it cleanly against Turris again. Paul Martin backs off. Nice skating around Silverberg. He moves up to Crosby and right back to Kunitz, who covers for Paul Martin on the play. Shoots it, and now it's Kunitz. Not a defenseman. Engelland coming back on Silverberg, and he can't shoot it. A good defensive play by Engelland. Silverberg tried to backhand the shot. Now Crosby over. Turris spins away from Kunitz. And Derek Engelland, good work. Getting extra duty here today with the injury to Matt Niskanen. Now Carlson picked one off, but Crosby ends up with the puck. Kunitz goes towards the net. Sid shoots it, and the save made. Oh man, a shot off the pads there, but Kunitz just overskated it. Now Letang with it to the right side. Lovejoy's wrist shot through traffic, save made. Kunitz needs to get off. He's been out here forever. And Crosby too, for that matter.
Oh boy, and the two Senators, Carlson and another Sen, say, I got it, you got it. Nobody had it. Crosby went the other way. And you talk about a great defensive play by Engelland on Silverberg.
Here comes Spezza cruising up the middle. Malkin picked his pocket. And the Penguins will go right back on the attack in the 4-on-4 with 1:35 to go in the overtime period. Letang wants to take it himself. Letang against Gonchar. Backhands it wide of the goals and around for Malkin. Now Gino. This is a right back to Letang. Putting a little show on. Letang leaves it. Orpik takes it. Neal, Orpik, Malkin all playing with the puck right here, but not getting it towards the net. Now Malkin has to be careful. He's a lone man back. But Neal has control. Ahead now to Malkin down the wing. Malkin against Gonchar, tried to center. Sergei Gonchar blocked the centering pass. Neal back around for Malkin. Malkin using the whole offensive zone. Malkin dropped it off. No, right to a Senator. And Spezza comes back, crisscrossing with Greening. Spezza for Greening. Couldn't get it through Letang, but Spezza gets it back. And he couldn't pull the trigger because Orpik defended on him. And now Letang's got it. Chris Letang ahead to Malkin. He's been out here a long time. Gino knows that. He's got to shovel that puck up into the offensive zone, as he does for Brandon Sutter. Fresh troops on. Sutter looks for Martin. Can't get him the puck. But Sutter has it again. And now the Senators. Neal takes it. Ahead for McCulloch. And Dupuis won't let him get inside the offensive zone. Fans thought there should have been a penalty as Dupuis drags it in. Only 20 seconds to go in the overtime. Maybe one more rush for the Penguins as they have control of the puck.
I love talent. I love cycling. And you can see it in these Final Fours. Look at it.
Sutter turns it over to Carlson, closing in. Martin takes him off the puck. Paul Martin with a good defensive effort. And now here's McCulloch shooting in a save made by Fleury. 1 second to go. And overtime is over, and we're going to go to a shootout.
Exhaustion. Wow, what a battle here. 1-1.
Well, that was a good Barrel Subaru overtime, and now a Barrel Subaru shootout coming up. Our thanks to Barrel Subaru for bringing us overtime, and now the shootout. And there are the goaltenders. A good performance by both goalies here today.
Yeah, the Penguins are 8-3 in their last 11 shootouts. Take a look at some of these opportunities. Derek Englund was able to come back hard on Silverberg there and just get that puck first. And then another opportunity. Orpik lifting the stick on Spezza right there. And he is as tricky as they come. And then the great skating of Paul Martin, able to shut down the Norris Trophy winner, Erik Karlsson.
It's just been my impression, Bob, in the first 4 games of the year that maybe the forwards have had a little bit of an advantage on the D-men. I've seen a lot of guys going wide on defensemen and so on, but today, how many guys have we seen come back and recover? Defensemen get back and make plays like that when it looked like the forward had the jump on them. Letang did it earlier, Martin and Orpik there, Engelland.
Well, the Penguins didn't want to get outworked. They thought they were outworked, flat outworked in the last 2 hockey games. They knew they had to have a better mindset, a better attitude, and approach to the game. And they wanted to play a full 65 minutes. They've done that. You know, now you're into the shootout where Neal is 7 for 13. There's Letang on the right side of your screen, 16 for 48 in his career. 3 players from each side on this shootout. And then if we're still tied, we'll go shooter by shooter. So each team's got a point right now, and a big point it was.
Well, Malkin had 8 goals last season and now shares the team's single-season record with Sidney Crosby and Eric Christensen for shootout goals. And remember when Gino didn't even like taking the shootout opportunities? Now it's almost like he's automatic. He has 15 career shootout goals, 3rd all-time behind Letang, who has 16, and Crosby with 21. Fleury was really tough in the shootouts as well. This guy can score. Milan McCulloch. Here he comes on Marc-Andre Fleury. McCulloch coming with speed, and Fleury shuts the door.
Now you read that. Marc-Andre Fleury giving 5-hole, taking it away, and McCulloch trying to come with a little bit of speed. He looked nowhere else but the 5-hole, and here comes James Neal, 7 for 13 as a Penguin.
Greg Anderson awaits Neal, who's going to come from a long distance to pick up the puck. This guy coming right in on Anderson can really fire it, and he scores! It made its way through the wicket, and the Penguins get the advantage.
With coming with speed, the goaltender tries to match your speed, and you saw what happened there. Anderson, his speed carried him into the net, and he couldn't get down on that puck right on the ice.
Jason Spezza for the Senators. Swinging wide on Fleury. The right-hand shot slows down and scores.
Well, it kind of rolled on him. He came with a little bit of speed. He stopped, and the puck flipped up right when he went to shoot it. That's a tough one. The puck is on edge right here. And he puts it right off the goalpost and over the glove hand as Fleury was backed into the goal line.
Crosby does not come with speed towards the puck. He picks it up on the dot, then he skates in with speed, slows down, scores with a backhand. Talk about skill.
The old patented backhand. Here was Sidney Crosby. He froze Anderson. Watch him freeze him right here. And flicked it up. Just a little flip of the backhand.
Fleury awaits Kyle Turris. Turris in on Fleury. Stopped by Marc-Andre. No, it's over the line. He had him stopped, but it went in.
Penguins were that close to a victory. And that one, unlike one we saw in regulation time is able to make its way over the goal line. And just barely.
Now Gino has a chance. Malkin scores, and the Penguins win the shootout. Evgeny Malkin, like we said, has been almost automatic, and he was able to cleanly beat the goaltender Anderson, and the Penguins get the extra point in a big win here today in Ottawa.
Yeah, we go 65 minutes, only 2 goals in that 65 minutes, and in 6 shootout shots, 5 of them go in behind the netminders. You talk about the talent of these players on the one-on-ones. And that was something special there by Evgeny Malkin, who finished it off with a little backhand move, opened up the 5-hole of Anderson, and the Penguins are going to go home with a deuce. 2 points they deposit in the Scotiabank place.
Well, we thought Fleury had shut the door and decided it, but then Malkin said, "That's okay, Flower, I'll take care of business," and he did just that. And in the first shootout of the year for the Penguins, they are victorious, and they really earned it, that extra point here today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's go now to Robert J. in Pittsburgh.
Talking about, thanks very much. Following the Barrel Subaru overtime, the Penguins snapped the 2-game losing streak, and Jay, a good, solid game. They talked about, you heard Steigen Bob saying it, maybe they felt like they were a little outworked against Winnipeg. I don't think that happened tonight.
No, it was a great, the last 10 minutes of the third, the overtime and shootout, that's, I think that's what you're going to see. That was opened up hockey, great opportunities for both teams, talent on both sides. Goaltending was great, and obviously a big 2 points right there.
So the Penguins snapped the 2-game losing streak, improved to 3-2 on the season. Coming up next, it is Penguins postgame presented by Starkist. We'll have extended highlights, postgame reaction, highlights from around the league. Jay's going to tell us straight for you. You hear from head coach Dan Bosma. Much more coming up